just here.
Good evening. We are here on Monday Night Live, and it's the ILFL Soccer Night Show with me, David Joseph. Back again. This is part 2, if you like, of our little mini-series on the UK-Bangladeshi Football Championship. We started last week talking about all the teams who came from all across the country to take part at the world-famous Hackney Marshes in the tournament, the event that happened over 2 days. There were group games that happened on a Sunday and then a cup final on Monday. Now, cast your minds back. Last week we spoke about the group games, we showed you some highlights of all of the teams. We then went quarters and semis, and then we ended up with 2 finalists. It was London Tigers, that name that you hear quite often on this show, went up against Luton. Luton, who came so close last year, ended up in quite what has become quite a memorable semi-final, but went one better this year and got into the final to meet the main protagonist in London Tigers. What happened? We're going to show you more of that in the second half of the show. But first, I need to introduce you to the people who have surrounded me on the stage here tonight. To my left, it's the London Tigers. To the right, it's the Luton. You maybe don't even know them, so I'm going to get them to introduce themselves one by one. Tell them who you are, sir.
All right, my name is Halal Mohammed.
And where do you play in the team?
I play in goal.
You are the goalkeeper. And next to you is?
I'm Alamin, I'm a striker.
Alamin, you are the striker for London Tigers. Before I turn to the boys on the right, tell me, I'm going to start with you, Alamin. Throughout the tournament, last week we touched on it a little bit, how it was one of them. We kind of say it on here all the time. Tigers are synonymous, whether it's a game or whether it's a tournament. Yeah. It's all step by step, little steps, you know, kg, and then all of a sudden, as things go on, then you guys open up. That's how it was kind of this year in the group stages. You know, remember the first game? You had a difficult game against Coventry, I think it was. You won 1-0, but it wasn't scored by anybody on the Tigers team.
No, yeah, it was our own goal, but I think we had a few chances. This was the first game, so slowly getting into a few of our players, obviously just getting used to playing with each other. But eventually we got the goal, 3 points. End of the day, we needed 3 points, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter how it came. So we got it, and at the end of the day, I think got that result in the bag, and we thought, look, let's go on to the next one. But yeah, we were surprised because everyone was thinking Coventry, it should be 5-6, and everyone was thinking, oh, how come we didn't get all them goals?
Wasn't like that at all, was it? Wasn't like that. It was difficult.
It was difficult. Plus 25 minutes, you got to understand. So the time goes pretty quick.
So, very quick word about this man on your right. What kind of an influence is he in the team?
Oh, big influence. He's been playing at our club for God knows how long. We started together, and now a big part of our team, not just the keeper, organising, getting everyone turning up on time, making the calls in the morning, boys, are you ready, with the kit. He's a big part of our
So let's turn to the main man in this one.
Give him £20.
So like we said, you've been a part of London Tigers for a while now. You knew what it was like the year before with this tournament. Again, it was a team where you turned up, you tried to put things together, didn't quite work out. What was the mood in the camp this time round? Was there a real, you know, we've got to go out there and get it this time?
First of all, I mean, this tournament is amazing. Getting different cities involved, different teams. The excitement was there from months before it, when we knew the group stages were out. We knew who was playing, and to come into a tournament like this, I mean, I was telling these guys the other day, waking up in the morning knowing I'm one of the best Bangladeshi players in the UK. I mean, it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my club as well. I think last year it was a bit disappointed because of, and obviously I wasn't playing, a lot of key players wasn't there because of other issues that we had at that time, and we had to make it right, and this was the stage to make it right. As you can see from the group stages, we struggled a little bit. It was just testing different ideas out. I mean, credit has to go to the management. Tariq, amazing manager. Yeah. He doesn't, he doesn't look at a name of a team and say, right, you know what, we're going to win 10-0. He sees it the way it is, and he takes the game step by step. And going to the final with the team that we had, I mean, this team is something special.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that team in the final a little bit later, because let's not forget the other guys who got there. Listen, they came just down the road. I remember when they were sat there in front of me when we had the prelude to the whole tournament, And I remember it was Luton who came and said, we're not coming to make up. I know a lot of people said it, but Luton said it with all honesty. We're not coming to make up the numbers. We're looking to go one better. And here are the guys who made it to the finals. Introduce yourselves to the people out there. You are?
I'm Shibli Mia. I'm the captain for Luton Spartak Bengal.
You are the captain, and to your right is?
Is Sutomia, the manager, who's my eldest brother.
So, listen, I'm going to speak to you as captain of the team. Listen, proud moment, proud occasion to lead your boys out.
Yeah, 100%, Dave. Honestly, you know, it's hard to get a team like that sometimes, you know, because they end up doing so many things. You know, on the weekend day, they're like, oh, you know what, I don't know if I can make it. And you have players like pulling out. And then when they did all come together, and when we started playing from the group stage, from get-go, it was amazing, because I got youngsters, I had a veteran in the team. You know, I had players who were injured, and you know what, it was a good thing. The morale was amazing for us to get to the final. It means a lot for our town, especially as well. You know, so yeah, I'm speechless, to be honest.
I remember when you came out of the group, and being a referee, obviously you go, you do your games, this, that, and the other, and then I turned up and I was in the middle for your knockout game against St Albans.
Okay.
And I thought, right, two teams here. Let's see how Luton are this year. They've come out of the group. St Albans have come out of the group. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be a bit of a ding-dong game, and you guys played out of your skin, really. I mean. What was that like? Did you expect that game? Did you expect the team to play so well in that game, or what happened?
I'll give you a bit of history with that game. St Albans have knocked us out in previous tournaments many times. You know, they broke our hearts. So when we came up against them, it was a big moment for us. And
it was like a personal
personal thing, yeah. And with the young lads, you know, I just fired them up from the start, and I just told them, look, let's play football with these boys, because we've played them off the park, and then they've got that killer goal and knocked us out tournaments. So we just wanted to score the goal and then power the pressure on them and get more, and then to the point where, you know, they're not going to come back into that game no more. So I just think we just did the right things at the right time in the game. You know, we got a goal just before second half, and then start of second half we scored another one. Yeah. And it kind of.
And then it just snowballed from there. I remember watching it and thinking, wow, do you know what, Luton come to mean business, and then to take them to the final. What a proud moment for management. I remember being there at the final and watching you guys turn up, all looking very smart, all looking very professional, and I thought, do you know what, you know, take the occasion for what it is. You guys deserve to be there, and you made the most of it. Tell us about your experience from the management point of view.
Well, the whole thing was being in the final. We weren't even thinking about who we're going to play, because it was the UK-Bangladeshi Championship, and that was a proud moment to be actually to take part in that tournament. Prior to last year's, you know, being in the final, we wanted to take everything in. That was the whole sort of. We made it an occasion, as you said, dressing up. Straight away after the preliminaries, we found the boys. I said, right, it's booted and suited lads. We're not going there just like anybody else. We want to be us. We're going to go and enjoy the whole day, and we'll take it through each step. The only thing we couldn't do is get onto the pitch with our suits and boots. Now
that would have been an occasion. I mean, guys, I mean, do you want to see what happened in that cup final? The boys behind the screen tell me that the footage is ready to show you what happened in the cup final last week. Great occasion, marvellous occasion. It was the UK Bangladeshi Football Championship final between London Tigers and Luton, and we have it here for you right now. So there it was, the UK BFC Cup final, and you saw who won it. It was the boys in orange, the London Tigers as well. Congratulations. I mean, listen, we're having lots of debate here in the studio. Inside and outside, there's lots of debate. But I think when it comes down to it as well, it's not something that's expected of Tigers. I know a lot of people outside here, London Tigers, oh, London Tigers are going to win London. We've seen it's not like that. You know, you don't have it your own way all the time. So when you finally get across the line, what's the feeling?
Well, it's like Shibli said earlier, you just can't explain it. It was just weight off our shoulders, because I think before the tournament, when the group stages and stuff were done, everyone was expecting almost like us to win. But like Halal said, for us it's a challenge as well, because we do play together, but I mean in the sense it's a major tournament, everyone's expecting us to win, so we have to perform, have to do it. And when we've eventually done it, it's like, oh yes, so yeah, we can say officially 2015 we are crop of best Bengali players.
I think it started from last year.
As well, yeah.
For us to lose 1-0 in the final, and it was, you know, for us it was
against
Yorkshire.
That was hard to take.
It was hard to take. I'll be honest with you. We come back and then to have them in semi-finals and we beat them 4-0
convincingly as well.
I think that's the same like I was saying about their St Albans game. That game, it was almost like it was personal. It wasn't a grudge game, but it was just the football that you played was probably some of the best football you played in the whole tournament. You really meant it that time, didn't you? And for you guys now, I mean, listen, it's always a disappointment. I know some people say, you know, it's worse to lose the semi-final because you're almost there, but no, it hurts when you lose a final. But you know, there's no disgrace, because like you said, you had some young players on the pitch who held their own against a very, very good side.
Definitely, Dave. What I say to my boys is, individually, if they want to step up the level, they need to see, you know, the caliber of the field and who we played against, and players that are talented like that. So, you know, if they want to get to that level and they want to be involved in finals, more finals, and play at a higher standard, then this is the level that they're looking at.
Well, listen, that was the experience they got, and we're going to talk more about it in the next part of the show. The guys are going to stay with me, and we're going to continue our discussion off air as well as on it. But we'll be back with you after this short break.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট।